season is underway.
Copy that, we are checking in.
Can you bring it back, Loss?
No.
What?
Is this us? Come on! Vamos! I can't, it's broken! It's broken!
No, I crashed. I don't know what happened, man.
Why no one listened to me when I said it's going to be a two-stop?
How's that? Oh my god, what did you do? Let's go, baby! Woo!
Red flag, I'm in the middle of the track. Red flag, red.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Wallaby Racing League. This is Duck Puncher, and you guys are joined with me tonight by the one and only Goffy. Goffy, welcome, mate. Thank you for joining me tonight. I really appreciate it. I think so. I think everyone has. I think we're in seventh season, going into the seventh season now. I think this is our third draft night, fourth draft night. Third. Can't remember now. No. It's definitely something that is, well, for me personally. I think for you, both yourself and Kirko, is they can't hear me. Oh, they can't hear you. Hang on a second, guys. Speak now for me.
Yes. Hello.
All right, can you guys hear him now? Say something again.
Can you hear me now?
There we go. Looks like
Hey,
there we
we're
go.
back.
Sorry about that, guys. Well, I was just saying that, obviously myself, Goffy, Kirko, and Matty Skills, as the owners, we're all really, really excited to go into our seventh season tonight. And honestly, guys, we couldn't do it without all of you. We couldn't do it without our two partner leagues, OCE and Rapid Racing League. Obviously, a massive shout out to them. You know, they've been really helpful in terms of our tiering this year as well. You know, we've gone over all of their tiers, compared them to ours, and just made a few different changes here and there, just depending. And Goff is the man that's really been taking over that tiering. So, Goffy, thank you again for all the work that you've done. We really do appreciate it.
Oh, it's a tough job, but I do love it. But yeah, we'll see how it plays out. Look, congratulations to both Rapid and OC on their draft nights. They think they had two very, very successful nights, but it's our turn now, and I cannot wait to see how this turns out.
Absolutely. So what we'll do, we'll get over into the TP intro so you guys can see who all the TPs are. You can also see their picks, and all the tier 1 pick, so on and so forth. But you've got Left 4 Dead, a back-to-back champion in Wallaby Racing League. You've also got Kirko in the Red Bull, Magic Shot in the RB, Cade McIntyre in the Ferrari, Maney in the McLaren, Wogjet in the Haas, Padu Hollow in the Aston Martin. Unfortunately, Padu couldn't be with us tonight, as he is with a family member in the hospital while they get surgery. So all the best to your family member there, Padu, if you're watching. Mason in the Alpine, Techie in the Williams, and unfortunately, again, also True Oz Gamer, unable to be here as he is at work. So, guys, they are your TPs. We might actually bring Left 4 Dead over. Just have a quick chat with him as a back-to-back champion there. Give me 2 seconds while I bring him in. Lefty, you there, mate?
Yep.
Easy. Well, mate, look, thank you very much for joining us tonight. Obviously, you're here for your picks, and that's the ultimate goal for tonight. But I do want to ask you a few questions. Basically, being a back-to-back champion team principal. What do you think is the key to your team's success in maintaining back-to-back championships?
Luck comes into massive play when you're picking drivers. Whether it's your picks or your pick numbers or the actual drivers you pick, you might get really lucky with someone else not picking them. But I think keeping everything happy within the team is massive. Teammates like each other, and I think people close on pace but not too close, so Usually there's one that's a little bit quicker, kind of helps the team dynamic a little bit, but a lot of it really comes down to luck and whether they do listen to you and do take your advice.
Okay, well, look, you touched on dynamics for a second. What do you think? Like, how do you manage team dynamics and resolve conflicts that that might come up in like during your season, especially in team chats?
Uh, well, from the beginning of the season, it just starts off, they're equal. It doesn't matter who you are. It basically until one becomes clear ahead, then you're free to fight basically. And once one comes clear ahead, I think it's made pretty clear from the beginning. I mean, you help that person, but I mean, if you're quicker on the day, then it's mainly for the points for the team. You're not out there for yourself. Um, it's all about the team basically.
Yeah.
But yeah, just keeping everything happy within the team chat. I mean, there's certain ways to go about it, but it depends on the situation.
Yeah, and chemistry is obviously quite important with that as well. Compatibility with the
Yeah.
team. Yeah. And last question, looking ahead, what are your goals and aspirations for season 7 in Wallaby?
I don't know. I'm winging these picks, so I hope it's all right. Just trying to win again, basically. But keeping everything as streamlined as it was last season, hopefully.
Yeah, no, fair. All right, man. Well, I'll pop you off into the Shadow Realm again, and I'll bring you back a little bit later on. But we'll get into the draft picks. We'll get straight over into Tier 4. Goffy is going to take over Tier 4 while I do all the moving and changing of things. But Goffy, kick it off, my guy.
Here we go. Tier 4, the Pride of Wallaby, I like to call it, or the old man league, where most of the older drivers end up. But let's get straight into it. And the privilege of having the very first pick of our draft this season is Wogjet in the Haas. Are you there, my man?
All right, mate.
Beautiful. All right. You're first up. Who is going to be the first pick of our draft?
Okay, mate. I have to pick this person because he's pretty close mate of mine personally. So can I just pick Restless Orb, please, for my first pick?
Ooh, Restless Orb. All right. Nice pick. Great dude, too. So there we go. Restless. Congratulations, Restless. You're the first pick of the draft. All right, let's just go straight into it. Next pick is Ferrari and Cade McIntyre. You there, mate?
Hello.
G'day, mate. All right. Who's going to be your next pick or your first pick?
First pick is pretty clean from what I saw in Tier 4. He's got a bit of pace, kept it out of track limits in the preseason. Going to go with Icarus.
He's not a Tier 4 driver, I'm afraid.
He not?
No. He
Have I got my things
started,
wrong?
he started in Tier 4, but he was too good. Ended up getting bumped up to Tier 3.
All right. I'm going to go with Cudson.
Cards. Yeah, nice pick. Yeah, I had a good race in the preseason last week as well. So there we go. Cuds goes to the Ferrari. Okay. Pick 3 is the Alpine TP, Mason. Coming in, Mason. G'day, mate. How you feeling?
Yeah, good yourself.
All right, mate. Who's going to be your first driver?
My first pick will be Cub.
Cub 9, another great pick. Another one that had a really good run in the preseason race.
Yeah,
He should be up the pointy end this season, I think.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, nice pick, mate. All right, let's keep these rolling. We're going on to Williams. Techie. There, buddy?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yep.
I'm going to
Yeah,
go
go.
bit of a controversial pick. I don't know how the commentators are going to feel about this one, but Goffy.
Oh, mate, that is so early in the draft to be
Coffee
picking
gets
me.
a pick.
But yeah, I'll take the Williams. It's a nice car. So thanks, mate. Appreciate it. Bring it on. I didn't expect to be up this early, but I'll take it.
Well done. You've got some pace, man. I'm telling you.
We'll see. We'll see. All right, thanks, Techie. All right, next up we go to Kirko in the Red Bull. I'm going to take Chevy Wolves. I think that was. Certainly was. Sorry. Fantastic
Right.
Wolves that I have. Kirko is coming from his mother's basement by the sounds of things. Nah, I'm joking, mate. In my own personal dungeon. All right, thanks, Kirko. Nice pick. All right, next we'll go over to Magic Shot in the RB.
All right, so this one's been up in between for a while, but I'm going to go OES Nutsy.
Nutsy. All right, another solid pick.
Yes.
All right. So congratulations, Nutsy. You will be racing for Magic Shot in the V-Carb RB. Well done. All right, then we go over to True Oz Gamer, who should be in the chat, the TP of the Kick Sauber. So we'll just see, we'll go over to the chat and wait for his message to pop up. VSXPT, I don't know. All right, so we'll go with that. I don't even know how to pronounce that properly, but we'll go with that one. All right, VSXPT goes into the Sauber. Okay. All right, next up we have McLaren with Maney.
Gumbo Kebab.
Gumbo. Nice one. Always
That's
a good
strong
pick. Absolutely. Pretty good pick for pick 8 in the draft, that's for sure. Okay, nice one. All right. Next up, we are Patu Hollow, so that'll be Duck. You're looking after his picks for Aston Martin.
So Padu Hollow sent through my sent through his list for Aston Martin. Both his picks, his first picks, his priority and his backup have both been picked, and that was the Cubs and Gumbo Kebab. So we're going to move on over to Lucky. So Lucky is going to be his next pick, and unfortunately, his next backup and his only other one that he has left has also been taken. And he
has to pick for him.
He has graciously told me that I can pick for him, and I'm not looking forward to that at all.
Pressure's on.
Yes.
Can blame you if it goes wrong.
Yeah, right.
All right, so Lucky goes into the Aston. And now we go over to Left for Dead, who has 2 picks, pick 10 and 11. Lefty, what are you thinking?
I've got Felsey again. Had him in Tier 4 last season. Showed some really great progression. He had a really strong race in Miami. So that's my first one.
Yeah, great pick. It's amazing how quickly he picked things up when he first joined. He was down the back, but he improved massively. So yeah, expect him to be up the top half for sure.
And my second pick will be Zachary.
Okay, so Felsey will be teaming up with Zachary, and that is Team Mercedes for Tier 4. That's a nice team, Lefty. Well done, mate. We will get you in for Tier 3 shortly. Okay, Duck. Pressure's on, mate. Who are you going to pick for Padu to team up with Lucky?
You know, I think somebody who's been showing a lot of pace, and I think would work really well with Lucky. I'm going to for Padu Hollow, I'm going to give him Felty Rabbit.
Felty Rabbit. Oh, yeah. Okay.
He's been showing a lot of pace this season. He's improved his race standards and everything a lot. So I genuinely think him and Lucky can work really well together.
Yeah, he's actually looking a lot faster than last season.
Yeah,
he's improving. He's improving quite rapidly at the moment. So to go to pick 12, yeah, I think you've done well there, Duck. Patu will like that, I'm sure.
Hang on. I'm going to have to take that back. I'm so sorry. He just sent me a message just then saying that he wants to take combo Ollie.
Oh,
I'm so sorry about that.
Poor Felty.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm sure he'll get picked. He's got the speed for it.
Absolutely.
I just got that message. I feel horrible now. Literally as I just did it. All right, man.
Felty was fist pumping, but he's got to start again. All right, so we got to go on with combo.
Give
and
me
Lucky.
2 seconds while I get back to the chat. All right, yep, let's go. Who's next?
All right, back to Maney with McLaren picking Gumbo
He
Kebab's
just
teammate.
got taken a seat stolen from him, but I'm going to pick him Felty Rabbit coming to McLaren.
Yes,
Hey, Felty's back in.
just like
They
that.
took it away, but he's back in. And in a better car, just quietly.
I think so too. All right.
So, Felty and Gumbo, that's a solid combination. That's looking good. All right, next, so we're going to go back to the chat for True Oz's pick for Kick Sauber. Teaming up with the SXPT. Paulie. F1 original Paulie is back in.
Paulie.
Racing for the Sauber team. That's gonna be a hard team to beat, actually. Those two.
Yeah,
Congrats, Paulie, you're in.
Too.
Okay, so next we go back to Magic Shot in the RB.
All right. This is tough. Let me have a look at who we got here. You know what? I'm gonna go Pajala.
Hey, the old man is in the RB. Yes. Pajala teaming up with Nutsy in the Racing Bulls. That's another solid team. All right, well done, Magic. We'll get to you in tier 3, but well done on those first two picks. Next up is Kirko. We skip him because he's going to be his own driver for Red Bull. And we go back to Techie in the Williams.
For my second pick, I'm gonna go with Formula Finesse.
Formula Finessed. Okay, a new driver for Wallaby this season. So, yeah, we'll get to see how he goes. I haven't seen him race before.
Teaming up with you too.
Oh, he is too. Yeah, that's right. In the Williams. All right. Yeah, I don't know too much about him, but look forward to teaming up. There's still some solid drivers still left. So,
Just
who is
before
next?
I keep going, just a massive
Yeah.
shout out to Rapper Vajala for gifting 10 tier subs. It is part of our bet that him and I had on going from last season. We've both got to do 10 gifted subs. Mine will be coming next Sunday once I've got some money in the account. But there you go, guys. 10 gifted subs from the old man himself, the bus driver, Rapper Vajala. Thank you again, mate.
Cheers, Pajala, you legend. Good to see you back with us this season. And in the Old Man League. Look forward to racing with you, mate. But we will go to pick 18, which is Mason in the Alpine, picking driver to team up with Cub.
Yep, I'm going to go for Speedy.
Speedy. All right, another new driver for Wallaby this season. There we go. Speedy is going in with the Cub. All right, only 2 picks left. Still a couple of good drivers left for sure. But we'll go to Cade McIntyre in the Ferrari.
Yeah, it's his first season. I'm going to give him a crack, so I'm going to go with Vise.
Vise, okay. Yeah, another new driver. So we've got 3 new drivers in a row getting seats. It's good to see. Always good to see some new drivers get a go. Okay, so Vise will team up with Cuds in the Ferrari. And to wrap up tier 4, we're going back to Wogjet and the Haas. Who's going to team up with Restless Orb?
Oh, mate, this is tough, mate. My picks got taken. It is what it is. Let's go Unique Throne.
For tier 4. You
Nah, he's not
moved
in
up
tier
in
4.
yeah, he's up in tier
Oh,
4.
do you? Right, yeah.
You got the old list.
Wow. Yeah, I must have. Okay, well, shit.
So you've
We've
got
got Lee
Pumpkin Wind.
Simon, Caspar, Arthur, and Pumpkin Wind.
Let's go Caspar.
Hey. I'm surprised that he lasted this long. So that's a pretty solid pick for pick 20. Absolutely. That's actually a really good team. Restless and Caspar.
That's it. Let's do it.
So there we go. Well done. All right. So that is the tier 4 lineup. Looking forward to racing with that mob. So we've got three reserves. So Lee Simon, Arthur, and Pumpkin Wind will start the season as reserve. But as always, as we've seen, doesn't take much for a reserve to get a go. There's going to be plenty of opportunities for reserves to race, and possibly opportunity to get a full-time seat later on in the season. Just get in, have a go, and you never know what can happen. But that is the lineup for Tier 4, Duck. That's looking pretty damn good.
Definitely is. All right, we're going to move over to Tier 3. Bit of a different list up here with Tier 3. Massive amount of drivers in here, so there are going to be a few that miss out. But as we've mentioned previously, reserves, once you go into reserve, there's always going to be reserve seats available throughout the season. And I can almost guarantee that every single person that is picked tonight, there will be one or two that don't finish out the season. So you'll probably get their seats as well. But we'll move on. Kirko is going to be our first pick for Tier 3. Kirko, who are you taking, my guy?
I'm going to take Evil Blade.
Evil Blade, where are you, my guy? First one down from Tier 2 has just moved down from Tier 2 to Tier 3. And Evil Blade goes as the first pick. And we're going to move on again to Mercedes. That's going to be Left for Dead as the team principal there. Lefty, who are you going to take, my guy?
Keeping it consistent, keeping it with the old team. I'm going to go Dark Phoenix.
Dark Phoenix.
Chasey boy.
He was a strong contender last year. Really strong. All right, Dark Phoenix, thank you. We'll move on over to pick 3, which is RB, Magic Shot Magic. Who are you taking?
Give me Miss Dottie.
Miss Cody?
Miss Cody, yeah, sorry, yep.
Yep. All right. In the RB. Cool. Thank you. Moving on again, over to McLaren with the Maney. Maney, who are you taking?
I am going to take a wonderful man in Duck Puncher yourself.
Hey, up the duck.
Thank
the McLaren, you'll be happy with that.
I do. I love the McLaren. There's a few. All right. Well, thank you again, Manny. Appreciate that. We'll move on to Kick Sauber, which is True Oz Gamer. So in the chat there. Just wait for him to get
Anticipation is building.
Big War. He has pace. He's taking Maxi Boy. True Oz Gamer is going to be taking Maxi Boy in the Kick Sauber. Awesome. Thank you very much, man. Moving on again over to the Alpine, which I believe is... Who's Alpine again? Mason, is it?
Mason, yep.
Yeah, sweet. Sorry, Mason. All right, Mason,
Okay.
who's your first pick for Tier 3?
I'm going for Little Flabs.
Little Flabs. Where is he on my list? There he is. Huge pick too. All right, Little Flabs, there you go. We'll find out who your teammate is shortly. Moving on, we'll go over to Aston Martin, which is, let me bring up his list. Tier 3, pick 1. He wants the Henchman.
AJ, nice.
So he will be partnering up with himself, with Padu Hollow. All right, we'll go over to our next pick after Aston Martin is Ferrari. Cade McIntyre. Let's see if you've got the right list now. Who are you taking for your first driver for Ferrari in Tier 3?
Got to do it. Got to grab War Machine.
War Machine.
Yes. Awesome. He's actually killing it this season by the looks of it.
He's done amazing. He really has. All right. Thank you for that, Cade. We'll go over to our next team, which is the Williams driver. That is one of our newest TPs, Techie.
After the few socials I've been doing and the incredible racecraft, I've got to go with Easy Reaper.
He knew that was coming. We were talking about it last night. Yeah, but Easy Reaper, the man, the myth, the legend, the one and only streamer at Easy Reaper TV. Guys, jump on over and give him a follow, give him a subscribe, do what you can to help him out for his channel there. He goes in. I don't know why I've put him on that side. He goes as the first pick for Williams. So we'll see who he teams up with shortly, and it's back to him and I racing against each other. All right. Thank you very much, Techie. All right. Next on the list, we go down to Huss, which is Jet.
Jet.
All right. Well, who's your first pick there, mate?
Zodzi, please.
Zodzi.
That's strong. Strong pick.
Very strong pick. All right. Moving on. Oh, actually, and you're your second pick. So teaming up with Zodzi as yourself, Wogjet.
Beautiful.
Thank you, mate. We'll see you back in tier 2.
No worries.
All right, we'll move on back to Techie for his next pick. Techie.
Got to go with the legend Nemesis Cruz.
Nemesis Cruz. He loves his motorsport, this guy, and if you haven't noticed, you can go to our other sports chat and you'll see him writing about everything that happens. All right. Moving on again, go back to the Ferrari and Cade McIntyre. Cade, who are you taking as your second driver for partnering up with War Machine?
Is Camilo still up?
Camilo is, yes.
Yep, I'll go with him.
Very, very strong pick. My God, who? Ferrari, thank you. All right, Camilo is going to the Ferrari alongside War Machine. A very strong lineup, really strong lineup. All right, again, moving on to Aston Martin. Nope, we'll skip them because we've already got both drivers for them. Going over to the Alpine, which is Mason Racing. Mason, who's your second driver?
I'm 50-50 at the moment, but I'm going to go Panache.
Ooh, another strong driver. I think him and Little Flavs are mates as well. I think. I could be wrong there. So he might have a good strong lineup. All right. Moving on over back to the Kick Sauber. We'll go down to the chat and we'll wait for Troy's Gamer to throw in who he's taking as his second driver.
There are some solid drivers still left.
Yeah, some massive ones.
At this stage.
So there's drivers in there like, you look at defeated Damo. We tried him in tier 4, but then moved him right back up after seeing the pace he picked up over the 5 lappers. So there's TMT Legend going in to partner up with Mr. Cody. Nope, not Mr. Cody. Alpine, where are you? Nope, Kick. Maxi Boy.
Maxi Boy.
There we go. Another strong lineup. All right, moving on to McLaren. Maney is going to be taking his next pick and lining up with me.
I'm going to pick a driver who I will believe will get his first win in Unique Throne.
Yeah.
Yes!
It's going to happen. It will happen.
I 100% agree. And what makes it even more special is I finally get to partner up with the man himself, Unique. Oh, I'm so stoked about that. Good choice. All right, moving on. We'll move on up to RB Magic Shot. Magic Shot, who is going to be your next pick, man?
Just looking at the list now, I think we're going to go defeated Damo.
Yeah. You can't go wrong with defeated Damo. He's got some pace still. Hasn't lost anything from last season. All right, good pick, man. Moving on back up to the final pick for tier 4, and for tier 3, and that is Kirko, who is going to be your last pick.
Yeah, you skipped Lefty. Skip Lefty.
I have missed Lefty. Give me a sec. Sorry, Lefty. Sorry, man. All right, who's your next pick for tier 4? Sorry, dude.
I was about to go off. Former team principal, my last team principal, Andy H.
Andy H. Back on the grid with Wallaby Racing. You'll love to see it. Can he get his next championship victory with under his previous driver. All right, moving on back to Kirko. Sorry about that, guys. Kirko in Tier 3. Your final pick, mate. Who is it?
Golf King.
Golf King. SJ.
Golf King. SJ.
SJ.
Yeah, right. There we go. All right, so lining up with Evil Blade is Golf King. All right, so we'll now move back over to Tier 2 just quickly as well. Oh my God, it's moving this thing. We'll have a quick look at the lineup for Tier 3. So Wogjet and Zodzi in Haas, Maxi Boy and Legend in the Kick, Easy Reaper and Nemesis Cruz in the Williams, Padu and Henchman in the Aston Martin, Missed Cody and Defeated Damon in the RB, Little Flavs and Panache in the Alpine, myself and Unique Throne in the McLaren War Machine, Camillo in Ferrari. For Red Bull, we've got Evil Blade and Golf King, and in the Mercedes, we've got Dark Phoenix and the previous and a previous two-time champion, I believe, is Andy Hannafan. Moving on back to Tier 2. And
big names just missing out there.
That's
the nature of the draft, isn't it?
It is.
Can be brutal.
All right, we'll get started with Tier 2.
All right, yes, we will go over to Tier 2, and to start us off, that will be you, Duck. You will have Padu's list for Aston.
Yep, so...
Who's going to be his first?
First pick for Aston. Pick 1 is going to be Taipan. So
Taipan goes to Aston.
First pick.
Yeah, he's shown some super pace. Stepped up a tier. So we'll see how he goes in Tier 2 this season. But yeah, solid pick. Well done, Padu. Okay, and so we'll go across to Ferrari and Cade McIntyre. Who's going to be your first pick in Tier 2, my man?
He's used it in preseason, so he's got a feeling for it. Going to go with Kahoot.
Kahoot, absolutely. Kahoot goes to the Ferrari. I think he'll love that. It's a solid pick. He should be a contender in this tier, absolutely.
Oh, absolutely.
He's done well there.
Fully agree.
Yeah, he's happy in chat. He's happy with that. Thought he would be. All right, we'll go over to pick 3 in the Haas with Wogjet. Who are we going?
1 second. It's just...
Osgo Khan.
Osgo Khan?
Yeah.
No, he's in Tier 1.
He's in
what
Tier
list
1
have
now.
you got? You're having a shocker.
All right, let's go. Shifty Whizzer.
That's better. Shifty Whizzer. Yeah. That is a strong pick. He raced in the Tier 1 preseason actually, and he did quite well. He qualified quite well actually. Anyway, so he mixed it with those guys. So he should be a really strong pick in this tier. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So well done.
What team? Sorry, what team was this?
Haas.
Haas. Thank you. I thought so. Cool. All right. Moving on.
Very nice. We'll go over to Mason in the Alpine.
Choose Uffenhof.
Yep, another great pick. Uffenhof goes to Alpine.
So lining up with yourself there.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Yep, I have.
That was your teammate. So okay, so there we go. Alpine done. Okay, so also picking his teammate will be Techie in the Williams.
After the bloody awesome last season that we had under Skillsy, I've got to run it back with my boy Carl Fineza.
Yeah, absolutely. Great pick, great driver,
Absolutely.
great guy as well. So yeah, he'll be a contender, I've no doubt. So solid pick. So he'll be teaming up with you. So yeah, it's a great team, great looking team. Okay, so we'll get you back in for Tier 1, Techie. Thanks, mate. And we'll go over to Lefty. Who's going to be your first driver for Tier 2?
Oh, I'm torn between two drivers. I think I'm going to go Kirsch.
Hirsch into the Mercedes. He drove Tier 1 last season. So stepping down a tier, so you would think that he'll be up there.
Yeah, it could be.
So
a good
yeah,
pick.
solid. Yeah, definitely a solid pick. All right, we'll go over to Magic Shot in the RB. picking your teammate as well.
You know what? Actually, this is really tough. Give me Kamikaze.
Kamikaze goes to Racing Bulls beside you. Yeah, another one with solid pace. You expect him to be up the pointy end. Yeah, great pick. Okay, so the first driver for McLaren up next, Maney. Who are you thinking?
Maney?
Still thinking? Thinking hard.
I know he's got issues with his headset.
Apologies.
Oh, there
I'm
you
gonna go
There he is.
Mr. Top.
Top E in the McLaren fanboy. He's gonna love that. He will be absolutely stoked with that.
Just don't take
He'll be-
Piastri, don't take Oscar Piastri's car, whoever your teammate is. You'll feel the wrath.
He'll be in the lobbies early to get Piastri's seat, no doubt. Okay, all right. Next, we will go to the chat for True Oz Gamer. Who is going to be your first pick? It is M-Bomb. M-Bomb goes to Kick Sauber.
Yeah.
He was worried he wasn't going to get picked too.
Yeah,
and
I
he's
saw
gone in the first round. There you go, M-Bomb stepping up from tier 4 to tier 2 this season, which is going to be very interesting.
He's got some massive pace though, so I think
Absolutely.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, he'll be able to contend with these guys. All right, and we will cross to my man Kirko with 2 selections now for the Red Bull team.
First selection, Dom Hutto.
Hutto's in.
Second selection will be Bevs.
Whoa, you have done really well there, Kirko, mate.
Really well.
10 and 11, Hutto and Bevs, that is solid. Well done, mate. Good picks. All right, and we'll go back to the chat for True Oz's next pick. King M-Bomb's teammate. GH. I'm pretty sure that they're good mates, those two.
Yeah, I would assume.
I'm sure they're always chatting together, so they will be teaming up together. That is a solid team. So you're going to have good chemistry between them, that's for sure. That is a solid pick. Another one stepping up from tier 4 last season, straight to tier 2. So we'll see how they go. All right, next up, mate, we'll go back to Maney, King Top's teammate, or the Norris driver in the lobby.
I'm gonna pick Zoltan.
Zoltan is back. It's good to have you back, Zoltan. Back on the grid. I think he had a season off last season, but he's back this season. It's good to see. All right, so we got Top and Zoltan. We've only got four drivers left, and there is still some solid picks there. So we'll go over to Lefty, who's going to be Kirsch's teammate.
Yeah, there's solid drivers everywhere. But I reckon I'm gonna go Fish.
Formula Fish. Yeah, good pick. Okay, Kirsch and Fish in the Mercedes. All right, thanks, Lefty. Okay, only 3 left. We'll go to Wogjet in the Haas.
Yeah. Dito.
Another good pick.
Please.
Dito.
No worries.
It's
Shifty and Dito, that's a solid combination. Okay, for the second last pick, we'll go to Cade McIntyre in the Ferrari.
Shot in the dark here, but I'll give Kano a shot.
Kano, all right, he's in. I'm not sure if he's going to be missing first couple of weeks, but either way.
Yeah, he still hasn't got.
Either way,
I
he's a solid
still don't think
solid
he's
driver.
got his wheel yet, so he hasn't even touched the game from what I know.
Yep. but we know how
you
good
can,
Kano can be.
yeah,
So
you can pick it up like that.
always going to be a solid pick.
Yeah. Stay away from the Alpines and the McLarens now. All right, moving
All
on.
right. Final pick for tier 2. We'll go to Patu's list. Duck. Who's he got there?
So pick. He has taken his main pick as Milo's lad.
Milos. Milos lad goes into the Aston Martin. So there we go. And that completes the tier 2 grid. So some really big drivers have missed out there. JTM, Birdie, Mushy Peas even. So, but like we've said a couple of times already, plenty of times to reserve. That is a fire lineup. Well done to everyone that has been selected for tier 2. That should be good to watch.
All right, so we move on over to tier 1 now. So tier 1, again, some really strong names here. But we're going to kick it off with the first pick for tier 1, which is Maney in the McLaren. Maney, who is your first pick there, mate?
It is going to be Mr. Bot Day.
Yep. Excellent. Thank you very much. We'll move on over to our pick 2, which is the Kick Sauber. Over back to the chat. Kick Sauber TP. Truos Gamer, who are you taking as your first? Oxcello goes first, as he says it in the chat. There we go. Oxy goes into pick 1 for the Kick Sauber there. Taking on over to the Willies TP. Where are you? Techie, there you are. Techie, who is your first pick for tier 1?
I'm gonna have to go with Potato.
Potato, first pick for Williams in tier 1. You'll love to see it for Potato. Back on the grid again with us, I believe, which is good to see. All right, moving on. We go to pick 3, which is Magic Shot. No, it's not. Pick 4 is Magic Shot. So we'll go over to him now. Magic, who is your first pick for tier 1?
Let's see.
Let's go Relics.
Relics goes P1. Oh, sorry, first pick. Where is he? Right there. In the RB, first pick. Good lineup. Good pick for him and yourself, I believe. Okay, we'll move on over from Magic Shot and we'll get on over to pick 5, which is Left for Dead in the Mercedes. Who's your driver partner for the rest of the season?
Oscar.
Oscar. Really strong lineup for you too, for Mercedes there in tier 1. And you guys get along as well, I believe, from you guys are good mates or something?
We don't really talk, but we get along.
But have been, yeah. All right, cool. Easy. All right, well, we'll move on over again. Back to the Red Bull team principal, Kirko. Kirko, who's your first pick?
Back to the old man. Back to the old man. The old man's going to pick Blade.
Blade. Really strong showing. Winner of tier 1 preseason. Oh, did he win that? He came second, didn't he? No, he won it. Cool.
He won it.
Yeah, he did.
Far out, Kirko. Picking Blade this late in the draft. This late in the first round. That is solid pick.
All right.
Absolutely.
Moving on again. We're going to go past the Red Bull back to Haas. And we're going to open it up to Wogjet. Wogjet, who's your first pick for tier 1, man?
Oh, give me my boy Noodles, man.
Noodles. I'm surprised he's still there. Really good pickup. Really good pickup, I reckon. Awesome pickup. All right, man. Well, thank you for that. We'll go on over to Aston Martin, which is Padu Hollow. So Padu Hollow for tier 1. Oh, man, this is rough. He wanted Noodles and he wanted Potato. However,
Oh.
yep. However,
Yeah, the third
his
pick.
next pick, he's got a backup, and that is the man himself, Zervinks. So Zervinks is going to be going into the next slot for the Aston Martin. All right, moving on again. Over to the Alpine TP, Mason Racing. Mason, first pick. Who's it going to be? Mason?
Sorry, I was muted there. I'm going to go Rilo.
Rilo goes into the first pick for the Alpine. First seat, another really good pickup as well. Going over to the Alpine first seat. Thank you very much. We'll come back to you very, very soon. But for now, we'll head on over to the Ferrari TP, Cade McIntyre. Cade, you've got your next pick. Who's going to be your driver partner?
I thought I mentioned this, but I'm not actually driving.
You're not driving.
But no.
Okay.
I thought
All right.
I had mentioned that. Sorry.
No, that's all right.
But I'm going to go with Abyss and Curtis.
Abyss and Curtis in the Ferrari. Really good lineup there for Abyss and Curtis. Actually, very strong. Cool. All right, so we'll move on over. Thank you very much for that, man. Well, all the best for the season too. I mean, that's all your picks done for tonight. So all the best. All right, moving on back over to the Alpine, back to Mason Racing. Mason, who is going to be your next pick? Partnering up with
To round it all off, I reckon I'm going to go Viper.
Viper, yep. Oh, what? There we go. Let's put him back. All right, Viper. Awesome, man. Thank you very much. And again, good luck for the rest of your for the season. We look forward to it. All right, that takes us back to the Aston Martin, and he does have another backup, which is good because I was panicking as to who to pick. And that is the man from across the pond over in, or across the water there, over in New Zealand, partnering up with Servings is going to be Swayze Ando.
To see him racing full time with us.
100%.
Swayze.
Yeah. It's been a while since he's been here, and it's good to see him back. All right, back over to the Haas for Wogjet. Woggy, who is going to be your next pickup next to Noodles?
Let's go Farmer Sam.
Yeah, new guy debuting in Wallaby and made a really strong name for himself in the preseason race. Really strong name for himself. Thank you, mate, and good luck for your season.
Thank you, mate. Appreciate it.
So moving on back over to Red Bull Kirko as TP. Who is he?
Mate, how he's still there? I don't know. Benno.
Yeah, I've been looking at his name sitting there going, I don't know. So great pick. The double Bs in Red Bull. Red Bull is going to be Blade and Benno. We'll move on over back to the Mercedes team principal. Left for dead. No, we're not, because you've already done your pick. So Lefty, good luck to you, my friend, for your season, partnering up with Oscar. And we'll go over to RB Magic Shot. Magic Shot, who is it that's going to be partnering up with Relics? Lemon?
Lemon, yep.
Yep, no worries. So partnering up. And I believe another debut for Lemon in Wallaby Racing League. So good luck to him and yourself for the season.
Yeah, I've seen him in a few socials, Lemon, and he has got some pace.
He has, hasn't he? Yeah, I've seen him a few as well, and I think he's over in Rapid as well. I think he did a.
Yeah, I picked him in Rapid.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, he did.
I don't know how I got him in tier 2, by the way. It's very fast.
All right, so we'll move on to our second and last pick, which is Kick Sauber. No, it's not. It's Williams. Sorry, third last pick is Williams. Who is the? There he is, Techie. Techie. Who is it, my guy? Who's partnering up with Potato?
Well, I thought I was getting robbed for a second, but I'm going to go with Big Man Rye.
Yeah, good pick. All right, Big Man Rye. up in Tier 1, partnering up with Potato. So again,
he's been screaming out for the Sauber, so he's going to pick early.
Oh,
but I'm sure you'll still be happy to get a drive.
You don't want the Sauber, big man. It sounds like horse manure. It's terrible. That absolutely shocking. All right. Well, Techie, mate, as you know, first season as TP. Good luck to you. Hopefully, you can bring it home, get some good wins under your belt, and really make a name for yourself. We're all rooting for you, man.
Cheers, bro.
All right, moving on. Sorry, over to Kick Sauber now. True Oz Gamer, who are you going to take, man? He's taking Sharan. Yeah, solid pick. So Sharan goes up into the Kick Sauber.
The second last pick, that is a solid pick.
Yeah, Martin or Ozgokan, who's going to go? Bets on. All right, in the McLaren, which is Maney, who's it going to be? Ozgokan or Martin?
I don't know what the people think or what they want, but I'm going to go Ozgokan.
He made a really strong showing in the Tier 3 pre-season race. Finished, how many seconds ahead?
Like
I think
13 or something?
Yeah, like 13 seconds ahead of the rest of the grid. No,
the Tier 2
grid,
race,
sorry,
yeah.
Tier 2 one.
Yeah.
Yeah, finishing like 13 seconds ahead, so huge showing there. And Martin, stay strong. You've got a reserve seat pretty much every week for you until a spot becomes available, if one does become available. But guys, that's your Tier 1 lineup. Haas, you've got Noodles and Farmer Sam. In the kick, you've got Oxchillo and Sharan. Big man Ryan Potato lining up for the Williams, while in the Aston Martin, you've got Zervings and the man from across the way there, Sways Ando. Relics and Lemon lining up for RB, while you've got Rilo and Viper in the Alpine. In the McLaren, you've got Bot Day and Oz Gokan. And then in the Ferrari, the Prancing Ponies, you've got the Abyss. You've got Abyss and Oz Curtis. In Red Bull, you've got Blade and Benno. And then in the Mercedes, Team Principal left for dead, back-to-back Constructors Champion. Can he go for a third in a row, partnering up with his teammate, Oscar? So, guys, that's it for our draft. Keep an ear out for any announcements that are due to come out. I'm going to guess within the next probably the next 10, 15 minutes. Because, like last season, we surprised you all with a post-draft trade window. So TPs, get ready because trade windows might open very soon. But guys, that's it from us. Very, massive thank you for everyone that joined. Currently sitting at 78 viewers. We had a massive amount of numbers tonight, and it was really awesome to see. Massive shout out to Rapid Racing League and OCE for supporting us tonight, getting some of their guys over to here, as well as putting any announcements into their chats, into their servers, and getting the word out. It's been a massive night for us, and it's one we've been looking forward to for a very, very long time. So, guys, thank you all so much. Anything from you, Goffy?
Mate, I'm just keen to get the show on the road. Of course, we've got to put out a reminder that Tier 1 will be starting a week earlier. So we'll actually be starting on Wednesday. Coming Wednesday, because of the State of Origin to start the following Wednesday, which would have been their first race. So they'll be kicking us off on Wednesday night, and that's going to be absolute fire. With this the lineup that we're going to watch. But yeah, every tier looks amazing. There was some surprising non-selections, a lot of new drivers getting a go. So yeah, this is going to be really
good to see. Which I do like seeing the new guys get a crack. So I'm happy to see that. But anyways, guys, thank you all so much, and we'll see you all on the grid. Have a good night.